Alright guys, thank you once again for joining me on my channel. My name is michaelmartinsfx on all my social media handles, on the Instagram, on TikTok, and obviously on YouTube, michaelmartinsfx. Guys, if you are just joining me for the first time, I want you to remember to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever we drop any of our content, you'll be among the first to be notified. On this channel, we talk about Forex, properties, and then how to balance your life across all board as a success yourself. Okay? And yes, on this channel, we've been on a series, and this series is titled From Basic Forex, From Basic to Pro. So if you have no knowledge about Forex at all, this is the right channel for you. And if you have been in Forex and you want to just refresh your knowledge about what this Forex is all about, this is the right channel for you. Because what we intend to do on this channel is to see as many that we can build from knowing nothing about Forex to become profitable Forex trader. And that is the goal of this channel. So I want you to like and share our content so that any of your brothers, your sisters, or friends, or well-wishers that you intend to connect to learn this topic, then they can benefit from it. And I tell you that this, whatever you're going to be benefiting from this channel, is something that when you go out there, it's going to cost you thousands of pounds to learn. But we have decided to obviously give it out free of charge for all of you to be able to benefit from it. Now, today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic. Last time we talked about how exchange rates, about exchange rates basically, right? Today we're going to be looking at another interesting topic. So let's get to it straight away. Okay. Now, what are we looking at today? Guys, we are looking at how exchange rates are determined. This is very, very important. As a Forex trader, you want to know, or as a potential professional Forex trader, you want to know how exchange rates are determined. Because your understanding of this topic will enable you to be able to make some reasonable and important decisions in the market. For instance, there's something we call news trading. This is when sometimes it might be some days, some weeks, countries release different news as pertain to their economy, as pertain to the political situations, as pertain to whatever is going on in there. And one thing I want to tell you is that whatever is going on in each country sometimes or most times do affect the performance of their currency. I will say it in the past that currencies of a country or currency of a country represent the strength or economic strength of that country. If a country has a very poor currency, it only just going to show in their economy. Globally, standard wise, they will not be able to compete well. So this is why it's important for you as a Forex trader to understand factors that determine exchange rates. Once you understand that, then you can participate in what we call the news trading. I'm going to take you to a platform we call Forex Factory. This is a platform where we monitor the news that affect the market on a daily basis. And as a Forex trader, if you trade the news, all you just need to do is to keep account of what is going to go on per day. That will enable you to make informed decision if you're going to be buying the currency or you're going to be selling the currency. For instance, if I know that there's going to be a high impact news coming from United States today, all I just need to do is to wait for that news to come out first. Once the news comes out, then I can be able to make a quick decision if I'm buying or I'm going to be selling, depending on the impact of that news on the US dollar. So today we are talking about a relatable topics with respect to that. This topic is one of the most important topics that you must learn, because if you don't understand that your currency that you are going to be trading today or at a particular time is going to be affected as a result of a news that will be coming out, then what will happen is that if you put your position close to the news, if the news comes out and it happens to be negative, meanwhile you are buying the currency, it's just going to what? Trigger your stop loss straight away. And you're going to end up losing money. So this is why you need all this understanding and knowledge together. Some people just think that Forex trading is just coming to the chart, analyzing here and there, yada, yada, and that's all they think about it. No, you need to have an understanding of the news trading skills. For instance, we have a skill that we call the news trading skill. The strategy rather. That strategy enables you to be able to profit from the market during news. You see, guys. So now, how exchange rates are determined? Let's go to it, our topics, okay? Now I will show you the platform which I told you is called the Forex Factory. This is where, as a trader, once you wake up in the morning, you do your normal morning, whatever rituals, you come to your system. The first thing you want to do is to go to that Forex Factory, check if there's going to be an high impact news that may affect the currency that you're going to be trading. Then we'll be able to determine if you're going to be trading that currency that particular time, or you're going to wait for the news to be released before you trade it. It's simple. This is how we make the decision in market, guys. It's very, very simple. Once you have the understanding and you stay focused and disciplined, right, then you'll be fine in the Forex trading. So how exchange rates are determined? Currencies, let's read through. Guys, I've taken my time to prepare these slides for you. I keep saying it to you that, guys, these things you are seeing are things that will cost you thousands of pounds to go and learn how them. But we have decided to bring it out and release it free of charge for you. So you want to make sure you grab your pen. Remember, have a notebook in front of you. Now let's get back to it. Currency prices fluctuate based on the various supply and demand factors in the foreign exchange market. While most exchange rates float freely, central banks can intervene to stabilize or adjust their currencies to protect their economies. We know that generally, central banks from time to time intervene in the economies of the countries in order to stabilize it. When there are too much money in the circulation, what does central bank want to do? They release the monetary system in order to absorb in some of these cash flying around, because this potentially will lead to inflation. One of such is to increase the interest rate, right? So that's what that line is talking about. So let's look at another point here, which is very crucial. This is very key. Now, floating and fixed exchange rates. There are many measures or many approaches that central banks or monetary policy agencies of a country sometimes they may employ in order to balance the fluctuations in their economy. Now, there are some countries' currency that are fixed, some are floated. So let's get to it and know or have an understanding of what it means to have a fixed currency and what it means to have a floated currency. Right. Exchange rate can either float freely based on the market demand and supply, or they can be fixed or pegged. Okay. So another name for fixed is to peg it. Okay. You must have been hearing, some countries peg their currency against US dollar. US dollar pegged against gold. So what does it mean? In order to just be able to ensure consistency or stability of that currency. Okay, without a name being mentioned, I know some countries, because of how terrible their currency works, they decided to peg their currencies against US dollar. And you see some of these countries today, they are doing well because their currency having been pegged against US dollar, currency maintains stability over the years. Okay, now let's get back to our slide. They can be fixed or pegged to the value of another currency or basket of currencies. Okay, Now, floating exchange rate, what does it mean? This is where we are, guys, okay? We are talking about this now. Floating exchange rate. Most major currencies are floating exchange rates. If you have not seen the video where we talk about major currencies, you need to go back, guys. You need to go back and have a look at that video. We talked about all the major currencies that we have. We have about 8 of them. US dollar, which is US dollar, Great British pounds and the like, Japanese yen, Australian dollars. There are about 8 of them. Guys, go back to that video and you will learn so much in that video. That's why I keep saying that every video we release on this channel, they are all linked together, right? So you want to make sure you catch up with all our videos. I've decided to put them on playlists for you so that you can be able to easily, obviously, flow through. Now let's get back to our slide, guys. Okay, now floating exchange rates. Okay, let's go back. Most major currencies have floating exchange rates. What that means is that the value of that currency is determined by supply and demand on the global currency market, which means if more people want to buy a currency, its value rises, and vice versa. Just like the way we have the US dollars. The more the demand for the Great British pound, what happens? It basically increases the value of it. It's as simple as that. It's just the law of demand and supply. So what that means is that that currency is floated. It is determined by demand and supply in the global system. Okay? So what about the fixed exchange rates? In contrast, some countries fix their currency value to another. For instance, the Hong Kong dollar, for example, is pegged to United States dollar, maintaining stability or steady exchange rate between 7.75 and 7.85 Hong Kong dollar to US dollar. So that is it, which I explained earlier on. One of the reasons, or the key reason why countries peg or fix their exchange rates as against the other is in order to maintain stability across board. Hope that makes sense, guys. Okay, it's for stability, and that helps countries that does that. Countries that do that. Okay, a lot. Factors affecting exchange rate. This is very interesting. What are the factors that affect exchange rate? Because you hear of countries' currency fluctuating. Today, US dollar is gone up. Tomorrow, you hear it's come down. Next tomorrow, you hear Great British pound is gone up, and the likes. What are the factors? Right? Now, number 1, interest rates, guys. Interest rates. Guys, I'm super excited about this topic. You know why? Because this topic can make you thousands of pounds. Your understanding of this topic. Once you go to the market, you have an understanding of what's going on in the geopolitical system. For instance, now we can see what is going on in the world today. You see, US states is, launching new tariffs and likes, and that keeps pressing down on the currency, and then what's shooting up the price, the value for gold. You see, now these are the kind of things that we are talking about. Once we have an understanding of that, a lot of us have been milking gold for a couple of weeks now. Why? Because we understand what is going on in the global system. So what does it mean? Gold keeps going up, and gold has been bullish ever since. So for someone like us, all we're just waiting for is to see the gold to retrace, then we'll follow the trends and make some cool money from the market. So interest rate. When a country raises interest rates, it attracts more foreign investments. It's only normal, yeah, or not only logical. You raise interest rate, foreign investments, they come into your country, isn't it? Investors will definitely want to come, and increasing the demand for its currency. So once the foreign investors, they come as a result of interest rate, what does it mean? Because there's a demand for the currency, for your currency, it what shoots up the price for it. That's what it's just saying, basically. That's number 1 factor that obviously affects exchange rate. Another factor is what? Inflation. Guys, Inflation. A lot of you, we are conversant with this topic. You hear inflation here and there. And we live in a system, in times and seasons whereby we can see the cost of living over the roof. Right? Inflation. A country with a lower inflation rate, we see its currency appreciate relative to a country that's got a higher one. Okay? So what does that mean is that you with a lower inflation rate, your currency will have a high purchasing power. So let's look at another one. Political stability. This is only normal. A country with so many instability political-wise, you will see that it has an impact in the currency. How? Because political instability will impact on the security system. And a country that has a security concern will definitely chase away what? Investors. So when it chases away investors, it means that your currency will lose its value. It's just like opposite of what a country with lower inflation rates we definitely will attract. Yeah. So next one, which is the last one, is economic performance. Countries with strong economic growth attract foreign investment, driving up demand for their currency. It's simple. Country with strong economic growth will definitely attract foreign investors, because foreign investors, they want to go to a country that's got stability. They want to go to a country that there's security. They want to go to a country with lower inflation rate so that there will be value for every penny, every cent that they put in that country as investment. So what does it mean? The economy is strengthened, the investors are attracted, and what does it mean? Your currency shoots up. Simple as that. Right? So that's what we do when we come in the morning. Whenever we visit our chart as a forex trader, I will show you now, guys. What do? Part of our important tick box exercise is to check Forex Factory. Forex Factory is that platform that's put together all the news, high impact news that may affect the currencies of the country on a daily basis. So let's go and let me show you, okay, where what I'm talking about. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Where is this? Okay, now this is our trading terminal. Okay, I come in the morning, I check my terminal. Okay, I see some opportunities, but first and foremost, I go to the terminal called Forex Factory. You can see it, guys. Forex Factory. Okay, Forex Factory. So that is what that is called. I check it. You can see today is for instance, on a Monday, you can see all this one with the red box. What does it mean? It means that there was, okay, today is actually Tuesday. It means that there were high impact news on those days. Those ones with the red box are the ones you want to concentrate on. That red box implies that there will be, those red boxes imply that there will be some high impact news that may affect the currency that you want to, or you might want to be interested in. For instance, what currency do we have here? Canadian dollar. So if I know that by this time 1:30 UK, there will be a news or some news that may affect Canadian dollar, when I come here, guys, I will not trade any currency that has to do with Canada. Okay, I will not select CAD JPY, right? I will select some other country currencies first, and I will wait for that 1:30 to be sure of what the news is going to be saying. Unless you have a news trading strategy where you can trade real time during news time. Otherwise, the most conservative approach is to wait for the news. Because I've come here, I've checked, the red box tells me there's going to be news. If I open it, it's going to tell you what the news is going to be all about. CPI means Consumer Price Index. It simply means Consumer Price Index. That's what CPI means. Okay, so I will wait for the news to finish before I will then trade that currency. Similarly, if I go on another day, for instance, you can see this 9:45 now, we have GBP 9:45 a.m. Bank of England, okay, Governor Bailey is going to be speaking. So that is going to be high impact news. That time, guys, I will not trade anything that has to do with GBP, Great British Pound currency. Right? I will just leave it after the news, then I'll go to it. So you can see all the news. This one, PPI, Producer Price Index, month and month, and it all goes like that. All the countries, different currencies, different news that may impact them. So all you just have to do is to look at the dates, the time, and then avoid trading that period conservatively, unless you have a strategy that will allow you to trade in real time when the news is being released. Okay, of which we're going to talk about that when we get to a more advanced class, right? So when we go back, let's go back to our slide. All right, so guys, that's basically it. So today we talk about how exchange rates are being determined. I've looked at factors like interest rate, inflation, political stability, economic performance. Okay, I remain Michael Martins. I will see you again on our next slide. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our video. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I release any of this content, you'll be among the first to be notified. Until then, bye now. Okay, bye guys. I'll see you on the next slide. Okay, make sure you subscribe and share our videos, guys. Okay, ensure you share. Bye now. Bye. Bye guys.